Hi, welcome to PrimeTime Pickleball. My name is Nicole Havlicek. You've likely heard that in pickleball, one of the best dinks to use is the cross-court dink. We recommend it, as do most coaches, and we'll recap why that is in today's video. But there are conditions under which it's not necessarily best. We're going to cover two specific instances when you should not dink cross-court, and what you should do instead to improve your odds of winning the point. Here we go. Missing one of our videos is like missing an easy put-away. Don't let that be you. Subscribe now.
So let's break down the scenario first. In this specific video, I'm going to be talking about dinking cross-court and redirecting your dinks down the line. And I'm going to show you here on the odd side. So if you're both right-handers, you are going to be dinking from the outside of the court. So it's going to be my backhand to my opponent's backhand. Now you see this kind of cross-court dinking happen a lot in intermediate and higher levels of play because this is a very high percentage shot because the net is lower in the middle. You're crossing over the lowest part of the net, and you have the most margin and room to work with when you are dinking cross-court. All right, so the first reason that you would want to redirect your dink and not hit it to the person cross-court from you and break that dinking pattern and hit it to another place in the court is when that person is out dinking you and is a stronger opponent. All right, if you continue in that cross-court dink rally and you are making mistakes and they are drawing errors, or you're just losing those dink battles, that is the first reason you would want to redirect that dink and take that dink somewhere else. All right, so the second reason that you would want to redirect your dink and not keep it cross-court is when the weaker opponent is in front of you, down the line from you. All right, so instead of going to the stronger player and playing them, you would want to redirect that dink, take it down the line. Even though you have less margin and the net is a little bit higher, you're going to take that dink down the line because you have a better chance of winning the point if the person down the line from you is weaker and they are taking that shot.
When you implement the tips we're sharing in today's video, we're confident it will help your game. As helpful as these tips are, they're only part of the story when it comes to playing winning doubles pickleball. If you want to learn all the strategies you'll need to dominate the doubles court, then you'll want to check out our complete doubles system so you have a clear A to Z plan to follow. Because when you have a clear and proven plan, you can confidently and systematically win more points in games and have more fun on the court. Go to doublessystem.com today to learn all about it. All right, let's get back to today's video.
All right, so now that we talked about why you should redirect your dink, I'm going to show you how to do that. All right, so here I have my wife Katrina cross court from me. Like that scenario I was talking about, we're going to dink backhand to backhand. And of course, in a doubles game, I would have my partner here and the other opponent straight ahead from me, okay? So to break up this pattern, I have these two targets here. I have one closer to the sideline here, okay? And then I have one towards the person in front of me, towards their backhand if they're a right-handed player. Now these are two good targets to redirect your dink, and one thing that you want to make sure when you do this redirection, okay, usually the reason why I keep going cross court is it's easier to send that ball back from the place that it came from. So redirecting your dink at any time is going to be a little bit harder, but for those reasons that we just mentioned, it could be a good thing. All right, so I have these two targets, and one thing I want to, the number one thing you want to do when you're redirecting your dink is you just want to make sure that you're not under a lot of stress or pressure. Okay, if it's a really tough shot from your opponent, that is not the time to redirect your dink. Okay, you want to be in control. You want to make sure that you have good control of your body and that your footwork is good, and that is a time where you can redirect it in a controlled way. Okay. All right, so like you just saw there, I have these two targets, and this is a good way to practice redirecting your dinks from getting out of that pattern, that cross-court pattern, and redirecting it down the line, okay? The reason why I have these targets here is this down the line dink is a good dink to have because you're totally redirecting it into a place that, that is near the sideline, okay? This is less margin, and I just want you to know, if you're redirecting it near the sideline, you do have to be careful for that Erne, okay? We'll put a link below on Erne's in the video below, but this is one thing you have to worry about on this side, okay? A reason why this is could be a good spot is because when you are dinking like this cross court, your opponent ahead of you is probably not going to be expecting a redirect dink near the sideline here, okay? The number one target, I think, if you're going to redirect this ball, is going to be closer to the middle, but where this cone is, the opponent ahead of me to their backhand, okay? If they're a right-handed player, this is one of the best places to redirect this dink and get out of the cross-court dink rally, okay? So whether you're taking this ball as a volley or not, that cone towards the backhand of the player in front of you is a really good spot to redirect it, okay? Right there.
A third option when redirecting the dink from cross-court to down the line is, instead of going for a more true backhand target here on a right-handed player, you also have the option to hit it more towards their left foot and try to jam them up in their backhand side near their body. This is often a very effective target, as it can be hard to handle well and may more easily lead to pop-ups and misses from your opponent. Let's take a quick look at how this all plays out on the even side when two players will be in a forehand-to-forehand dink exchange and you're looking to move it down the line for the same two reasons that we've already mentioned. The target options here are similar, yet the inside dink here will likely be to an opposing player's forehand if they are right-handed, and the sideline dink will be to the opposing player's backhand. Therefore, on the even side, you may want to go for the dink closer to the sideline more often than when redirecting a dink down the line from the odd side in order to exploit the backhand more frequently. And you can also opt to dink it more towards the left foot at times, which will still be towards their backhand, but will also hopefully jam them up and lead to more pop-ups and misses from your opponent, which is a similar concept to what we discussed on the odd side as well.
All right, so I hope this video is really helpful to you. Go ahead, go out there and try it with a partner or with a friend. And thanks for joining us in this video, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Thanks so much for watching. For more free video lessons, please visit PrimetimePickleball.com. But before you head on over there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Also, for PrimeTime Pickleball shirts like this and other great apparel, please visit PTPgear.com.